Hi again. I'm sitting at one of my dressers in my room and it's just total calamity. It's in dire need of sorting out. It's a total mess. So I thought while I'm sorting it out, I'll sit with you and share some things. So first I thought I'd share with you is what I'm wearing today. You know I'm a perfume junkie. I love my perfume. So what I'm wearing today, Versace Bright Crystal Absolu. Good perfume, ladies. Floral sweet. Floral fruity? Don't know. I actually don't know the notes. But it's so lovely. It's very fresh, very invigorating, wakes up the senses, and it's just, I don't think you can go wrong with this perfume. You will get compliments wearing this, especially from the male species, ladies. Versace Bright Crystal Absolu. It's a little bit stronger than Versace Bright Crystal, which is the lighter shade of pink. Just a little bit stronger, but not that much difference. Just pick a colour, any colour, pick a colour. I prefer this shade. I like my light baby pink tones. But if you just want it to last the distance a little bit more, try this one, Versace Bright Crystal Absolu. It's lovely, addictive, fresh, sweet, girly, princess-like. Great for day or evening, and perfect for summer. Yeah. So that's what I'm wearing today. And I also bought these. I bought a card for a friend for her birthday, and whilst I was there in a shop called Cards Galore, I saw these little postcards which are quite inspirational. You can stick them on your fridge or you can put them in a picture frame. I'm just going to stick them up on my mirror. I like this one. I can and I will, watch me. I need a little bit of that. No. Nice motivation. This one's cool. I always tell my daughter, shine brightly. Shine as bright as you can be. Shine bright like a diamond. And anyone who's got a bloke at home, a man getting on her nerves, or even if you don't, never underestimate the power of an extremely woman. You know this, man. So I'm just gonna kind of stick them up on my mirror. Once I've tidied it, it will stick. Yeah, I thought these were quite cool. So I'll tell you where I'm just gonna take you. Gonna take a sentimental journey. That's the only thing I miss about being able to edit. I wish I could have that song at the beginning of this video by Doris, Sentimental Journey. I'll put the link down below. And the reason why I'm going to take you on a sentimental journey is because as I was tidying up the dresser, I noticed a few perfumes that took me back, way back into time. I'm in a really silly mood today. I bought this from a store called BHS. A cloche or cloche? A bell jar. A lovely, beautiful vintage bell jar to put a fragrance in. And the fragrance that I'm going to put in is by Cleef and Arpels. I spoke about this before in other videos. And this is the FEERIE range. The bottles are to die for, but they need a good polish. a moment of silence for the bottle. Stunning, right? I don't think the blue is really showing up. It's a beautiful cobalt blue. Yeah, that all helps, doesn't it? Yeah. Stunning. Stunning! Fantasy. Okay. This perfume takes me back into time. It just reminds me of going to the lakes. When I was a child, going to the lakes and just feeding the ducks and doing a lot of blackberry picking. This smells of blackberries. There is a lovely essence of blackberries in this perfume, and it just reminds me of blackberry picking as a child. And imagining there are fairies in the woodlands, and just, oh, there's a lovely part of South Croydon where, I can't remember the name of the park, but my mother used to take me quite a lot, and we used to go and have picnics there, and there used to be a lot of fir trees, and the fir trees had lots of sticky gum on it, and lots of pine needles and things like that, and it just smelled of the most beautiful pine. Reminds me of the Moomins, you know, in Finland, where they have the tall trees and a lot of the pine trees, the fir trees, and reminded me of that. And there's a part in the park where you go and there are little like bridges and they're little lakes. This is still existent today because we went there about a year ago. If I remember the park and I find it, I'll put the link down below so you can just kind of have a look at what I mean. But when you go over these little bridges, there's lots and lots of dragonflies, like really pretty rainbow coloured winged dragonflies. And when we were children, I mean, even as a mother playing with my daughter, you just kind of like play hide and seek, and you played like childhood games, and you just pretend that you're kind of trapped in elfland or fairyland, and you know, it's just such a lovely little park. And across the field you see bunnies and horses, and it's so nice. When I smell this perfume, it takes me there. It takes me back to my childhood, or back to that park, those type of parks where you can kind of have free adventure, and the fairy kind of, you know, just reminds me of that kind of fantasy, that fantasy play. And the scent really reminds me of picking blackberries. One of my mother's best friends and someone who is such an amazing influence in my life is a lady called Deanna, and she was my nanny, my childminder, and she used to take us on a lot of blackberry picking adventures, and we used to pick so much blackberries that our tongue would go like a blue black, and oh, we'd go home and we'd make jam. We'd put loads and loads of sugar in the pot and stir it with her. Excuse me. We'd stir it with her and make, you know, blackberry jam, not blueberry jam, blackberry jam. And oh, it used to taste so good in the morning on toast. I miss the 80s. Anyway, this perfume takes me back there. Do I wear it though? Not really. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did buy it for the actual beauty of the bottle design. The perfume itself is a lovely scent, but I don't particularly think it works with my chemistry as well as it could. Oh, it is lovely. It is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But I just like to spray it around and just get a blast from the past in the best way imaginable. Beautiful. Now, I bought this bell jar for this perfume. However, it doesn't fit. Look. Because of the stem that the fairy's sitting on, it's so tall that it doesn't go down. So I don't want to break it. So I have another in the collection which is exactly the same, FEERIE, but this is the Eau de Toilette, which is a lighter shade of blue. Very, very dusty. Lighter shade of blue. Very attractive, but a smaller fairy. And the scent is very different. Very different. Get a reminder. Ooh. This is more, I would say more aquatic, more fresh aquatic. I don't really smell blueberries. This reminds me of Chanel Chance. It's very Chanel Chance. Honestly. Smell it for yourselves. I'm not lying to you. Nice citrusy, kind of airy. I prefer this. I could wear this all day, every day. So this is FEERIE, but this is the Eau de Toilette. Gorgeous. I just go speechless looking at these things. Oh, so what I do, I take off the lid of the Eau de Toilette. And I replace it. I can't remember what I did. Was it that way? Yeah, I think, do you know what? I've modelled myself. But I think I put the long stem on the Eau de Toilette, which is the 50ml size. I'm not sure what I do. I can't remember now. I think, is that the same? Will it work the same? Ta-da! And it's just for decor. Presentation, and I put the Eau de Toilette lid on the Eau de Parfum. They still look as stunning, don't they? I mean, I do change things around, but that's how I want it to look on my shelf at the moment. Yeah. Home accessorizing, customizing. It's cute, right? So this is another version of it. This is, oh dear. Yeah, this is Rose des Neiges. Funny story about this. I bought this online. And this is the 30ml. Right, hold on, let me start again. If you're going to buy the FEERIE range by Cleef and Arpels. FEERIE, by the way, in French is translated to fairy. So if you're going to buy the FEERIE perfumes by Cleef and Arpels, be careful. When you buy the 30ml, they will not have the fairy sitting on top. It will have a flower like this, which is just as pretty. But if obviously you want to have the fairy for a collector's piece, do not buy the 30ml. The fairy only comes in the 50ml and the 100ml. So I bought this from a website that I will never buy from again. I can't even remember what it was. I've had this for about a year now. And the description had a picture of the fairy on it. But it was 30ml. And these are quite hard to find. So I emailed the person. I said, you know, does the perfume match the photo description? And I gave him a link to Fragrantica, which is the website that taught me about the fact that the fairies only come in the 50 and 100ml. But the person who was selling it to me said it does. And it came in the post. And it came like this. And I was really, really upset. But that person and their business, I've got the hiccups. Sorry. That person and their business has disappeared. Disappeared. Google doesn't know what I'm talking about when I try to find them, so I just let bygones be bygones. But I loved the bottle, and I do like the scent. So, never mind. It's kind of like tobacco-esque. Like a tobacco-esque perfume. very sweet. Oh, it's very long lasting. It's very Van Cleef and Arpels perfumes have a very similar scent, and I need to figure out what the note is that kind of brings it all together. But it's a lovely scent. I think a lot of people will like this. But I think the most popular choice will be the Eau de Toilette, because it smells so much like Chanel. And we all like Chanel chance. Well, most of us do. A lot of us do. And then I couldn't resist, could I? Fairy Spring Blossom with the little fairy on top. It's so pretty, this fairy. So elegant. And the scent. Oh my god. The scent is just gorgeous. Oh, it's probably the lightest of them all. This is more similar to the Eau de Toilette version. It's very light, very spring-like, very sweet, and just gentle. And so pretty. If you like your pinks, it's a lovely, like, rose tinted pink. I can't do that. It's really sweet. So I like this collection. And if it comes out in another colour, I'll get that too. So I'm trying to figure out where they're going to go. Do I separate them in colours, or am I going to put them as a collective piece? I'm not sure. So yeah, lovely, lovely collection, and this one definitely takes me back into time. Happy memories. So, as we're going on this sentimental journey, I thought I'd show you, I've got quite a few perfumes that remind me of, you know, the past, but this one, White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. This perfume, every time I wear this perfume, every single time I wear this perfume, I get a compliment. From every single race known to man. And I think it must remind people of their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties, Christmas time, special times. When this perfume came out, it was the bee's knees. Every woman had to have this perfume. It's probably the longest lasting perfume in my collection. One spritz fills the room. It's sparkling, it's electric, it's just, I absolutely love this scent. Now, one thing I've got to say about perfume heads out there, fume heads, you know, fragrance whores, whatever you want to call yourself, people that generally love perfumes and do blogs and reviews. I mean, each to their own, but I cannot stand ageism in perfume. I cannot stand people dictating to me at what age I should be able to wear this or this or this, etc. Don't tell me what age I can wear my perfume, please. Don't tell me what age I can wear my perfume. I'll wear whatever I want. Thank you. You know, it's for the 30s crowd, or it's for the 20s crowd, or it's for the 50s crowd. It's insulting. Stop. Stop. Next thing you'll be telling me what colour I can wear. You know, don't tell me what to wear. Okay? My nose and my senses tells me what to wear. Just wanted to put that out there. This reminds me of my sisters. My sisters are older than me. They're in their 50s. And I'm in my 30s. And this reminds me of them dressing up. And when they dressed up, I mean, I was only little, and I just used to watch them get dressed up in their sequin gowns and fluff out their afros, and they would be putting on their Studio One music, getting ready to go out for a lovely evening. And I would just admire them, and the smell was so beautiful and intoxicating. And oh, when they used to go out, we used to sneak into their room, and we used to I thought we would get away with it, but because it's so strong smelling, it would be on us. You can't get this stuff off. So, you know, we'd always be told off, why was you wearing my white diamonds? So it was so expensive. This was in all the premium stores, darling. You know, this was a sought after perfume, darling. But it reminds me of happy times. It reminds me of you know, seeing my beautiful sisters getting dressed up for a night out, even my mother as well. And I just absolutely love the smell. I love the smell. And my father has passed away, and I remember him buying this as well. And it's just good memories. Good memories. And I love wearing this. And people pinch you and touch you, strangers, and they say, white diamonds. And they've always got a smile on their face. And I say, yeah. Remember the last person, when I wore this, the last person who complimented me was a South American man. Well, he was of Latino descent. And he just went, darling. And I was like, and he just gave me a big hug and he went, white diamonds. It suits you. I just thought, what on earth has this perfume done to that man? Where has that taken him back? He looks so emotional. But yeah, it's this perfume's been around for a very, very long time. It's an eau de toilette. You can actually get an in a parfum, which is really, really, really strong. You can get talcum powder, you can get body lotions and so on to complement it. It's a very, very long lasting eau de toilette. It's by Elizabeth Taylor, who I really, really admire. I love that actress, Elizabeth Taylor. God rest her soul. And I would say that this is probably the best celebrity perfume in the world. As much as I like a lot of the celebrity perfumes that are out now, this elegance, vintage, classic, power, Hollywood icon, just a memory catcher, and it's a feel good. When this wafts in the air, everybody's heads turn, and I know that not everybody's going to like it, but I haven't had any complaints. I love white diamonds. Place in my heart forever. And another perfume is Mambo. Old school. I remember buying this perfume and hating it. But you know what? You've got to give this perfume time. This is the kind of perfume that when you spray, just give it a little while. After 10 minutes, you'll think differently. And it is very long lasting. It's by Liz Clairborne. The bottle's very kind of 90s, isn't it? Old school. But it's, I don't know, it's just, it reminds me of my mum. It reminds me of power women. And it reminds me of holidays. And like, just really like nice, hot, tropical, beachy holidays and nights out. And it's just such a, I don't know, it's really inexpensive now. You can get this for like £7 or £8. And I don't know what mil this is. I can't see the mil size. Must be about a 50 mil. Is that a 50 mil? Don't know. But a lot of compliments wearing this. And very long lasting, very fun. And I don't know, there's something about this perfume that just makes you feel a little bit, makes me feel homely, makes me reminiscent of my mum, and it's just nice. I like it. And when I wear this, I get a lot of compliments too. So I think it reminds a lot of people about a lot of people. In a good way. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to share with you. And what else? I think that's it for now. So what I would like to say to you all is And make sure, believe this one. Believe this one. And to people getting on people's nerves, well, I better get tidying up now, so I'm feeling very sentimental. Bye.